Hey guys. I was going to try to come up here and be funny, but then I looked in the mirror and saw this shitty facial hair I was trying to grow, and kind of nothing I'll say is going to be funnier than that right now, so joy, it's nice. But I did hear this really terrible joke last week that I want to relay to you guys, and we'll talk about it later. Anyways, it goes like this. A guy comes into a funeral home, brings his dead grandmother, and tells him, we need to get this lady cleaned up. I got a big important funeral tomorrow, so just try to make her look nice. The guy's like, we'll do. Takes her to the mortician, lets him work on her for a while. The mortician comes back and says, there's really nothing I can do with this lady. There's a shrimp in her vagina. And the manager's like, well, what are you talking about? And come here, I'll show you. And he like lifts her up and shows him the vagina. And it's like, oh, that's not a shrimp, that's a clitoris. And then the mortician says, well, it tasted like a shrimp. Now, okay, don't laugh at this. It's a bad joke. But you got to think about why this is a bad joke. I think the number one reason is it makes no sense at all. It's complete nonsense. Number one, everybody knows you're not supposed to eat expired shellfish, or you can't just find shellfish unless you find it in the ocean and eat it and expect to be okay. That's the number one way you're going to get food poisoning. Number two, how hungry do you have to be to just eat shellfish out of an orifice, a dead person's orifice? It's kind of bad. And number three, what is the mortician doing with grandma's vagina? Why does that have to look good for a funeral? Is it like a full frontal open casket viewing for grandma? Or was grandma's face so exploded by a grenade that we could only identify her by her gynecological records? It's like, you come in, it's like, yes, that's my grandma. I can tell by her monstrous shrimp-shaped clitoris. It's got to be her. But speaking of, I like that. Vagina Shrimp, comedy gold every time. But speaking of vaginas and stuff, you guys, this is mostly for the fellas out there. Do you guys think at all about, like, I guess it's kind of a common fantasy, thinking about like three-way sex with, you and two chicks, whatever? Woo! Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks, Dave. But it seems like a good idea, a good fantasy, but I'm here to tell you it's a bad idea and it can cause a lot of problems. They're not problems I'm ever likely to have, but I've already thought about them. It's just a terrible idea. And number one, if everything goes super perfect and you just rock two chicks' worlds, well, you didn't. That's fucking impossible to do at once. So, when you're telling me that lie, why don't you just go off and, score a touchdown and hit a home run in one game of baseball, or, tell me how to divide by zero. That would be awesome while you're doing impossible shit. If everything just goes okay, that's cool. Way to, just scratch that off your bucket list. Everything went okay. What do you do the next morning? Maybe you're an asshole and you're just like, all right, bitches, go! And you start kicking people out of your house. But, that's not really very gentlemanly. Maybe you're a nice guy, but now the next morning, you're a nice guy, you're going to have to make 3 sets of omelets, which is, it's already hard enough to make 1 omelet. I don't know what that is. That's just kind of my thing. Ladies, if you have sex with me, I will make you an omelet in the morning. Get down on that. 3 omelets. But the worst case scenario, maybe you just suck at having sex. And now 2 women know, and they will talk to each other, and they'll talk to other women, and the legend of how bad you are at fucking is going to spread. But at least your shitty man friends are still going to think you're awesome. So you got that going. Alright, let's get off the 3-way sex and vaginas for a little bit. I came up with, a little while back, this awesome new profession, this new service I'm going to offer the community. For a small fee, I will come to your house and I will assassinate your pets for you. Think about it. This is why you would want this kind of service. This is mostly for families. You've got like a small kid or something. And, the dog has just got some problems or something. You take it to the vet and have the dog killed. But you don't want to explain this to your little child because they love the dog. It's like, where are you taking the dog? Like, where are you taking Muffins? Like, I'm taking him, the dog's too old to keep alive, so I'm just taking him to the vet to have him killed. You don't want to have to tell that to your kid because now you're going to look like an asshole. So what you do, you call me, you pay me, you take your family out to a picnic, I show up, silence pistol, double tap to the back of Muffin's skull. You and the kid come home, and the kid's not mad at you now. The kid's, always going to have some kind of problems, but at least I'll make it look like Muffin was like into the mob deep for money or has like a big bad drug problem. And then you can kind of tell the kids, well, Muffin's had that drug problem, so stay off drugs. Get shot in the back of the head twice. And then the kid will grow up to hate crime and be Batman, so that'd be kind of cool too. Anyways, that's my time, guys. Thanks a lot.